And now the news. After the violent incident that occurred April 3rd at the gay bar, The Saloon, a gay man has filed a complaint with the Minneapolis Police Department. Valdez, the complainant, says that the officer responding to the incident acted with discriminatory misconduct by ridiculing his sexual orientation while Valdez lay injured.
The U.S. government says in its annual report that the decline of the health of the Social Security system has been delayed now until the year 2032. That's the year you turned 16. This has been pushed back 3 years due to the booming U.S. economy. However, the message was, worry about the future. Don't let a positive report lull you into complacency. Back to you, Dot.
Now that's a saying. Grace House Hospice has opened a new and second facility. The director is Polly Carl, is quoted as saying, "We really try to make it a place where people have a sense of dignity, especially since so many come to end their lives there."
That's touching.
That is touching.
Officials state several weeks with insurmountable or basically no rain have caused grass and forest fires to be on the rise in northern Minnesota. This article in the local newspaper points out that many of the fires are caused by individuals burning debris. So stop doing that, and remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Back to you, Dot.
I knew you looked a lot like Smokey the Bear. The Brothers Touch bookstore has again been vandalized. This will be the fourth incident in the past 8 months. Here with an exclusive interview is one of your favorite roving reporters.
We're recording? Hello and welcome to another edition of Drag Queen 101. This is a very special edition with Harvey, the very, yay! Devout owner of the Brothers Touch bookstore. All hail Harvey! All hail! Prince of the bookstores! All hail!
And I love your
Poodle skirt?
poodle. Maybe a poodle and my cat would get along.
Your cat, yes, I hear you do have a pussy in the store.
Yes, people come in numerous times just to play with my pussy. And it's a great way to pass the time when you're bored to have people play with your pussy.
These are all helpful pointers. For those who might feel isolated, you're saying,
Welcome.
play with my pussy.
Come in and see my pussy.
That's right. So stop on by the Brothers Touch bookstore.
Actually, some people didn't know it was alive. And
Oh.
started moving when they touched it. But anyway.
I hear your pussy's blind.
Yeah, I have a blind pussy
A
too.
blind
And
pussy too.
she has memorized the whole house and
The whole house.
up and down the stairs faster than I can.
That's incredible, isn't it?
But yeah, she doesn't have asthma, so she can run up faster than I can.
Do you have asthma?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, we'll check the tape now. It is this. Hello and welcome to another edition
let's
of.
not do that again. You know the real reason I'm here.
What is the reason you're here?
I am here to play with your puppy because I have heard you've been in my store to play with my pussy.
Now the word is out. I've been in Harvey's store playing with his pussy. And you can too. Stop by the Brothers Touch bookstore and play with Harvey's pussy.
There's only a certain amount of time you can hide the truth, girlfriend.
Your pussy is out now.
The only problem is that sometimes people come in and it's not moving around a lot, And they think it's dead until it starts jumping. and
You have a jumping pussy?
Oh, yes. It's absolutely wonderful. It just climbs right up on them. And
My goodness, you've got a very active pussy. Is this what you're telling us?
yes, this is
How
the
long?
real business of a brother's touch is about.
How long have you been petting your pussy, or letting others pet your pussy?
Well, she found me in the streets about 12 years ago.
Your pussy found you.
Yes, I was outside and we were both cold. And she said, "You're taking me in."
Oh,
And so I did.
now you have a warm pussy?
Yes, she's been keeping me for the last 12 years. And she guards the store at night when nobody's there.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yes, it's much cheaper than one of those big butch men with the badges.
I could never get me one of those anyway. So you've got a guard pussy.
Yes, a guard pussy.
That's right. They're very special and very rare.
Thank you. Yes,
Everybody, this is the very owner of the Brothers Touch bookstore. All hail to Harvey! He's the greatest! All hail Harvey! Yay! Harvey, your glasses are fabulous. Where did you find those? Did you make them on your own? Or did your pussy pick them up for you? Or did you pick them up with your pussy?
Actually, I was in this glamorous hotel in Honolulu, Hawaii,
Honolulu?
where I would love to say the Royal Hawaiian, all big and pink, and
Fabulous.
there was this little gift shop. This woman there, all those handmade things, and I just couldn't resist it. They looked so natural.
Lou, they do. They look so natural. You don't want anything that's too much, you know. You want it to bring out your, you know, your real beauty. And I think these are simple and yet elegant.
Yeah, it's just the only thing I like better is Betty Boop would sing a little more.
Sing a little more?
Yeah.
Yes. She's all booped out, if you ask me.
I think she's had it right.
Tell us about your store. How long have you been a businessman in the Twin Cities?
Store has been open 15 years.
A decade and a half.
15-year anniversary last month.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
15 years of being a pioneer out there, providing gay literature, and along with lesbian, and just a novelty shop store. What else does cards? Your store has everything. It honestly does. Calendars. I have calendars from there for years. I always go to your store to get the calendars. That's the one place to stop by for calendars, cards. Yeah, the card selection has just gotten better and better too. For 15 years. Can you tell me about those 15 years? How have they been?
I've had people come up to me in the beginning
Yeah.
and ask, wasn't it scary?
Oh.
And I was just surrounded with so many people that were supportive. I really didn't have time to think about it being scary. I just was concentrating on this is what the community needs, because I had been in other cities where you could get any bookstore, any number of gay bookstores, would get whatever you wanted to read.
And we didn't have
And
that.
there was nothing here. And I could go to Fabrand at the time and look in the psychology section. And that's
Sure.
where we were. And after one of my trips to New York, I was like, well, why shouldn't we have one too? And this was
Did you start out on Franklin?
Franklin and Nicholas.
And Nicollet. And now your address, just in case some of our cable audience don't know, where are you located now?
2327 Hennepin.
2327 Hennepin. Really convenient. There's parking right out front. Yeah, easy to get to. But I understand that there's been some problems in the last few months. Can you tell us more about that? And in fact, today, there's another problem. If you'd like to share that, that'd be great.
Well, I don't know how you timed this, but you did it perfectly. I came to work today, and there were 2 bullet holes in the window.
2 bullet holes in the Brothers Touch windows.
And what we've had was last August, we had the windows spray painted, Fag, Kill, KKK, and we left it up there a while. It was perfect timing. It was the Uptown Art Fair, and I left it up there so people in Minneapolis could see, yes, there is hatred here. Yes, there are hate crimes.
You bet.
I see too much stuff being swept under the carpet, and sometimes I feel like the Midwest way of dealing with things, if we make believe it doesn't exist, it will go away.
That is a Midwest thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in other cities, they tend to protest more
People
and say,
protest.
you know, we're not putting up with this.
Right.
Yeah. Any clues of ways that we could help prevent this, or ways that we could bring our community more together to, well, to help out these situations so they tone down in the future? Any ideas on that?
It's a very interesting question because I've been involved in different gay activist organizations ever since I've been here. I've been on the Pride Committee, Gay Men Political Discussion Group, ACT UP, you name it. I've been always one of these people that was willing to demonstrate if something warranted it.
Right. You've been there.
What I get the feeling now is people think that everything's so okay that we don't need to do anything. I had the feeling that if this was New York or San Francisco and the gay bookstore had been vandalized 3 times in a half a year, there would be thousands of people down by City Hall demanding something be done. What I get when I talk to people here is, what can we do? There's more people in San Francisco. And I think, well, that's a load of garbage. It's, if there's 10% of the people are gay there, the same 10% are gay here.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of semantics, but proportionally we have the same amount of clout.
You bet.
It's a matter of how do you get people to be concerned? What would be important enough to get people up their rear ends, you know?
Bullet holes, stones in the window, and what else?
Spray
Spray
painting.
painting, broken windows. I mean, what are we waiting for? Is this your message? And how are the police? Are they receptive to you? How's that going? How do they work with you in your store?
For the most part, we've had good relationships with the police. On the other hand, I kind of wonder how much effort are they putting into trying to catch these people. The first person was caught.
Oh, really?
Not because of the police. He was caught because a gay man was coming by on a bicycle and followed him home and called up from outside the building, and the police came and went inside and found him.
Excellent. But the
Second-
police, yeah.
Second one, nobody has any idea. The interesting part of this one was Aaron, who worked for me, called up the police, and he got questioned, what makes you think this is a hate crime? Well, it's sort of like, if we're the only gay business on the block and everybody else had their windows broken, why would it not, the better question is, why would it not be a hate crime?
And so many times over the last few months, you're a target.
Well,
That's
it's getting
awful.
to feel like that. It's getting
You
to
bet.
feel like I'm on the front lines and there's this army out there. And I sort of go back and forth between, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Do I want to quit? And then there's the other part of me that gets angry and says, I'm not going anyplace. You learn to live with it, you know? I mean, I could go on and on with lots of actors. Why is it in the movie Philadelphia
Oh, yeah.
about a man whose lover is dying?
Right.
It was not okay to show a kiss on the screen. And if it was a heterosexual couple,
Oh, they would have been
yeah,
lots of footage of them.
we are like looked at as a completely different group of people.
Do you think we're second-rate citizens?
I don't know. It's like one thing feeds into something else, and we have to find a way to change it.
Any suggestions on that?
I wish there was a way we could have some kind of organization to go downtown to City Hall. I wish our gay politicians would take more interest. I have yet to hear a word from any of our elected gay officials expressing any concern.
After all this violence to your store, there hasn't been phone calls or?
Nothing. Not a word from anybody. Makes me wonder why I vote.
That's interesting.
What are we voting for?
What are you paying your tax dollars for? And you probably pay a lot of them at the store. But that's probably another show, huh? It's probably another show.
We've gotten more financial help from straight people than from the gay community,
That's
which
interesting.
is a fascinating story. We have gotten a total of $700 worth of financial help from librarians and people that consider it important that we're there. And we've gotten a total of $35 from the gay community.
$35.
Um,
You know, it's interesting, yeah. Gay Pride does come up, and we do celebrate our community.
One day a year.
One day. And the politicians are all there, and...
And I've gotten lots of invitations to fundraisers. So I was thinking maybe I should send fundraiser invitation to the politicians to help keep my store open.
Yeah, there you go.
That might be a way to do it.
That's the way to do it. You bet.
I don't know. It's like, it seems to be just make-believe is not happening.
Right.
And sometimes, because I'm from New York, and I say something like, we need to get up and do something. I'm tired of all this sitting around. And I'm perceived as being rude, rather than, the way I look at it is my honesty.
Right.
And there's always this thing in dialogue between people from the East Coast and people that live here. Minnesota nice is not really Minnesota nice to me. It's a way of avoiding things.
Yeah.
And if we
That's
could
gotta
find
make
some
you
way to
angry.
get past that stuff and be able to talk about things openly and honestly without making up lies or without, covering things up. A little different example in the store is I could ask somebody out for a date, and they say, oh, sure, I'd love to. I'll meet you at 5 o'clock. And then they don't show up.
Right.
And the theory behind all of this is, I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I'll tell you yes, and then not show up. And I could live with much better with, I would never want to go out with you. And I'm not standing there waiting like an idiot.
Right.
Be honest, tell me, I can live through it, But I think this all connects to why nothing's being done around the bookstore. It's all the same kind of mentality.
You acknowledge that it's there, but nothing ever gets done. Police perhaps aren't doing enough, and it just continues. And everyone nods their head, yes, isn't that awful?
Yep.
The politicians go on with whatever they're doing, and Harvey's store just keeps getting vandalized over. It's not just your store. There's tons of other things going on out there, but your store is an example in the media today, as a matter of fact, which symbolizes, I think, an area that could be much better in the cities or in any city.
I think there's another point, too, that there's a certain amount of people, how do I say this, consider it significant that we have been assimilated enough into the heterosexual community that we should just be so thankful, and there's no more need to support any of our gay businesses.
Oh.
And I see this continuing trend, how good it is and how nice it is, and while those of us that have been there for years are sort of left behind, we have to re-educate our community into a sense of history, and what it took to do these things, and all the fights
Who put their butts on the line for years to get it where it is today.
Yep. Amazon, my store, all the people that did this when nobody would touch this kind of literature.
Yep, and you were out there putting it out there to begin with.
I couldn't find a gay distributor around here to sell me any books, but they said there was no market.
You bet.
And now you have
springing
all
up
these
all
people
over.
going
But you
to-
were the pioneer, and we'll never forget that. Can you tell us, where did the name Brothers Touch come from? How did that come about? And then we'll say goodbye.
I was originally going to call it Pink Triangle Books.
The Pink Triangle Books.
And that's another long story. I don't think that
Okay,
anyone knows what Pink
we need to
Triangle
wrap
means.
it up, but yeah.
But, somebody told me it was too generic.
Oh, okay.
So I sat down and looked at a catalog
Yes.
of titles.
Oh, okay.
And there was a book called The Brothers Touch.
Oh, sure.
And I hadn't read the book, but it sounded like a nice, caring type of name to extend to people, to be inviting.
Just like your store. It's a wonderful store. And it has evolved and changed throughout the years. Well, do you want to blow a big drag queen kiss to our studio audience? 1, 2, 3. Mwah! Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you so much for coming. Put on those glasses. They're just fabulous.
Oh, I should be ending over this.
Oh, there we go. We can do that one more time. Sure. Thank you for that riveting report.
And now in the weather, raging tornadoes are apparently occurring on the sun, and in others, and the moon is also 238,857 miles from the Earth. So I guess we shouldn't worry about our periods that much.
Thanks, Dot. A Frenchman claims that a painting in the Minneapolis Institute of Arts was actually stolen by the Nazis during World War II and rightfully belongs to him. He would like the museum to return the painting. While investigating more thoroughly, the painting entitled "Smoke Over Roofs" turned out to be an actual photograph of the world-renowned entertainer Dottie's home moments after her failed attempt at making stuffed pork chops. Back to you, Dot.
That was an incident in itself. And also in the news, complaints have been hurled at the Get Off My Dress news team. The complaints range from incorrect reporting to too much cleavage. When asked about the complaint, the Get Off My Dress newscast were quoted as saying, "If you want real news, buy a damn newspaper." And thank you so much for joining us in our report. And remember, yesterday is history.
Tomorrow's a mystery.
And
Today is a gift. Thank you and good night.
Love you.
I just loved your views on the moon. That was just fabulous.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Did you ever date Neil Armstrong?
Welcome to another edition of This Old Hag. Join it with John. Here we go. We're rebuilding a stair for a house. Isn't that fun? I just love it. Oh. Anyway, we've torn down our walls. We've tightened down our lab. See this? This is called lab. We take a hammer and we yank it. Oh, yank it. And pull it out. Isn't that fun? And that's not only the beginning. See this? This is icky concrete. We don't want that. So you know what you do? This is great. There's nothing more fun than to tear down a house. Ah, it's fun. And you can take out all of your aggression. Oh, it's just too much fun. Unfortunately, it makes a mess, so be careful not to let your videos run. Now, normally when doing this type of work, we should all wear a mask. See this? It's a mask. That's a little bitty thing on here to go against your nose, but we're not about to mess up now our makeup, now are we, girls? Anyway, out with that. Next, what we have to do, once we've gotten all of our walls taken down, is we have to prepare them for sheetrock to be replaced. So here we go. Our roof. A lot of times you'll have to do it on the wall, but today we're going to start with the ceiling. Whoa! Whoa! This is our lab. See, what you can do is you just take your old lab and you can replace it for what you need to put up to make it level. Yeah. Okay. It's a little rickety. And then you take one of these. Yeah. And then you get that over here. Make sure your ladder's level. Now, someone told me a great trick is to bounce back and forth on the ladder. It's kind of fun. Sometimes I just grab the ladder just to have some fun with it. Now what you want to do, ladies, is you want to put a piece of lead right up here so that you can make it level with the rest of the ceiling that has to go up. Now, in order to do that, we notice, whoa, kind of rickety, that there's nails that have been left behind from what you've taken out. So you want to take those nails out. There we go, one more. Oh! Oh! Okay, we're steady. No more. Ooh. Okay. Now luckily, our old lamp still has some nails in it, so we can use those to put it up. So we do this, and put it up right about where we want it. And then be careful not to like get dust in your eyes, because that can be quite troublesome. Look! Just hit it. Whoa! Okay. And come over here. And there we go, ladies. Yeah, like clouds like that. There you go. No muss, no fuss. Before you know it, you're on your way to a new and better stair. That's almost as beautiful as you are. See you next time, ladies. You have a good time. Bye-bye.
Then you really gotta jump diving. Then you really gotta jump diving. Then you really gotta jump diving. Then you will.
Thanks for inviting me over. Hi. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. I am so excited. I can't tell you. I just ran into Ashley. Ashley, she's working herself into a little tizzy over that gay pride this year. Sounds like it's just going to be fabulous.
And how has she been doing?
Well, she's doing just grand. It's going to be bigger and better than ever.
Wow, what a newscast.
Wasn't that fantastic? Did you catch that?
That was just great.
That show, Get Off My Dress, just gets better and better and better. I don't know where those babes came from.
You know, and I just don't understand how someone could complain about their news, considering that, like, if you ask me, all newscasters lie.
That's true. Look at meteorologists.
Oh.
It's going to be sunny, going to be rainy. Who knows? I think I could do a cast like that anytime.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
So are you saving up for your retirement? I hear Social Security's not going to be around.
Well, actually, they said it was going to last a lot longer, since at least 2030. By then, I won't have anything to worry about.
That's true. You're so fabulous. You probably don't have anything to worry about anyway. It's just fabu. And how about those forest fires? Now, do you burn trash or do you recycle?
Oh, I burn it whenever I can.
I couldn't believe they found
I
that
burn trash, I burn buildings, I burn patios, I burn anything I can get my hands on.
I heard you date trash. You just burn buildings.
Well,
they caught your photo of your old home while it was going down.
Oh, isn't that just fabulous?
How did that dinner turn out?
I just love being famous. Well, you can say we all went out to Rudolph's.
Fabulous restaurant. You must go there. Here's to Rudolph's.
Rudolph's!
Too fabulous.
Too fabulous.
Oh.
So have you heard from Ashley lately?
Oh, Ashley, she's been working hard. You know, ever since like last July or something on this gay pride. It's going to be bigger and better than ever.
And I heard they had so much finance trouble, but it seems like they've gotten all of that worked out. They're just a fabulous bunch of people.
Aren't they grand? Speaking of grand, Capital City Pride's around here too.
It's just double the fun.
Yes, they're going to lengthen the whole celebration into one big
isn't that just great?
week of festivities.
Oh, just fabulous. So what are the dates on those anyway?
Let me see. Capital City Pride is June 20th. That's a big Saturday celebration. And then Gay Pride's the next weekend, the 26th and 27th. Of course, the float and the parade will be on the 27th at Loring Park. That's right. Your old stomping
They're back in
grounds.
Loring again. Isn't that great?
You ate everything up at Loring Park except for you ate everything at Loring Park except for the bark off the trees.
Okay, we won't talk about that. Because then I just have to be mean right back to you guys. Anyway, so with all these people that are working so hard for the parades and everything, it's just so grand.
Isn't it fun that there are people out there willing to do all this stuff?
And it's so much work. I just hope everyone appreciates it.
You know what?
What?
Jennifer Holliday's coming to Capital City Pride.
Oh, I just love her. Yes.
Oh, the original Grease girl. Isn't she kicky?
Oh, she's just kicking.
Oh, I can't wait.
Fabu,
We have to go. Say hi to Jen.
Hi, Jen.
One big wow for Jen. Wow! Oh my goodness, I have had such a good time.
And what do you think about that violence happening at the zoo? Isn't that just terrible?
Well, yes, and my problem with that is, here is a victim being, well, from his side of the story is that they're just sort of mocking him, and he's the victim here. I don't understand that at all.
You gotta understand, now, admittedly, there are a lot of problems that go on between the homosexual and the straight community, but there are two sides of the story, and he bit an awful lot of people.
That's true.
Biting, now isn't that strange? Sounds just like a Nelly Queen, doesn't it?
It does.
But I do hope that they all get the situation worked out, and, I hate to say yay or nay on either of them, but, I just don't understand how straight people can come into a bar, not that this is the same situation, but
Right.
they go to the gay bars, and make trouble. It's like, we don't mind if they come to the gay bars, but why are they there if they're going to make trouble?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
It's like, not like we're going to their bars and making trouble.
No.
If they don't understand it, what in the hell are they doing there?
I don't get that at all either.
It's just sad, just sad.
Oh my. Well, you brought popcorn.
Just for you. I know what a hound you are.
This is very good.
You can watch it grow and grow. And you don't even have to put water on it.
It's more fiber for my diet. Keeps me moving. Keeps me regular. Try Supermom's popcorn. Thank you
I
for
don't
that
think
commercial.
we're allowed to do commercials.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let's not
well.
do that. Oh, you brought popcorn.
Oh, we can do it anyway. Just shut up. Anyway, so did you see Julie's column?
Isn't she wonderful?
I just love it. She was talking about insults. Honey, that girl is so good. She makes some excellent points in there. Now, you know what strikes me as funny? She's one of the nicest people. I never see her insult anybody.
No, she doesn't. And as far as her writing, she is the William Shakespeare of our community. Isn't she? Just fabulous.
Just like you're the Farrah Fawcett, I'm sure.
Why, thank you. Freeze! Remember Charlie's Angels? Freeze!
I always wanted to be Jacqueline Smith.
Hurry, let's lose him. Okay, Bosley. What's our next assignment? I always wanted to be a superhero. Wouldn't that be just fabulous?
Oh!
You and me, superheroes.
I always wanted to be
Saving the
Wonder
world
Woman.
from death and destruction, or at least bad hair.
Definitely.
That would be fun. Well, we'll have to do that someday.
The Wonder Hairs.
The Wonder Hairs. Well, I'm off. Yes, sirree. I've eaten too much fiber. I have to go now. So, one big quick kiss, drag queen kiss for the studio. What do you say?
Oh, I don't feel like it today.
Oh, please. Let's see if we can't get Daddy to blow us a big drag queen kiss. Please. I don't hear you. Please.
I don't hear you either.
Please. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Oh, that's just fabulous. You look terrific today.
You don't.
Bum 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 bum. The bubble girl. Speaking of bubbles. Well, look, everyone, it's Dottie. Hi, Dottie. Hi. Dottie, I've just really had a great time here at Trix.
You usually do.
that talk about Capital City Pride has been really a lot of fun. I can't wait for that to happen this year. You know, weren't you talking to that guy that set up all the entertainment?
I was.
Gosh, I wonder if he's still around.
Oh, he's adorable, too.
Yay! There he is! One big wow for the entertainment guy. Wow! Hi! You certainly are. Oops, sorry. Park it here, buddy.
Okay, honey.
At your own risk. Between two drag queens. Boy, you are brave.
I love it.
So tell me, I'm Margot from Fargo, and you're...
Hi, Margot. I'm Bruce Lehman.
Bruce Lehman, and you are... a bitter woman. Jealousy is an ugly thing. But anyway, back to you, Bruce. Bruce, I've got to hand it to you. You are bringing the biggest talent I know to St. Paul this summer, right?
Right.
And you can tell us who that is.
That'd be Jennifer Holliday.
One big wow for Jennifer. Wow! Honestly, ladies, could you think of anyone better? My goodness. How did you do that? My goodness. And tell us what other events are going on here at Capital City Pride.
Well, actually, I got in last year as entertainment chair and didn't know a thing. So just kind of wung it, basically. Got a lot of connections going on, and some of my largest connections are in Chicago. And I hooked up with Jumpstart Productions there and got a hold of Jennifer Holliday, and lo and behold, she decided to do our festival, and it's the only gay pride festival she's going to do this year.
Isn't that fantastic? Right here in St. Paul.
Right. We lucked out.
Well, this is really exciting. And I understand that there's going to be 2 stages this year
Yes, there are.
for the local talent, or people that come from out of town, perhaps. Or
Absolutely.
How do you perform there? Do you have any idea? Do you just show up, or do you have to call ahead? Do you know the details on any of that?
Our website has been
Oh,
a huge
okay.
success. So,
Do you know that website number offhand?
it is, you can reach us through Lavender Magazine.
Lavender Magazine,
We're a side
okay.
page. Also through stpaulpride.com.
Okay, stpaulpride.com.
Right.
For all you high-tech drag queens.
Oh.
There are 2 of you out there.
Exactly. The ones who don't want to break their nails on the keyboard. Just use the phone.
Well, that's really exciting. So they could contact you that way, or through Lavender Magazine, and just
Right. Or by
maybe,
telephone.
Or by telephone.
Right.
One of the best parts of Capital City is just enjoying the entertainment. Even if you aren't on the stage, I think it's a real heartwarming experience.
Really heartwarming.
Heartwarming.
Interesting description. I like it.
That's all I've heard all year long. I can't wait. Anything else you'd like to say about being a part of Capital City Pride?
Well, actually, it's been, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's been a labor of love. We have a lot of performers actually this year from Chicago. Overwhelming response. We've got 4 different acts from Chicago.
Fantastic.
Including Big Beefy Leather Boys doing dance tunes. Amy and Freddie, who were mentioned
You got
earlier.
Donnie's attention.
There you go. There you go.
Big beefy leather boy.
His name is Rick Beach, by the way, and
Ooh.
he's performed at International Mr. Leather, and
Oh, my.
he was the main DJ on Lesbi Gay Radio down there in Chicago for quite a while.
Fantastic.
So he's quite a name.
Great.
We've got the Pulsation Band, which is an all-girl band and the most ethnically diverse band you've ever seen.
That's exciting.
They do a lot of covers. We've got the Soul Tight Committee. They're the artists formerly known as the Lights Out Committee.
The Lights Out Committee.
That'll be a big draw. And so a lot of great local entertainers such as La Mescla, who's District 202, their dance troupe. Very talented youth.
My God.
We've got the Twin Cities Gay Men's Chorus. That would be Out Loud and Vox, the 2 smaller performing groups from there. The West Bank School of Music, performers from everywhere. There's a dance troupe from Rochester, Fred Astaire Studios. They're going to be teaching the crowd how to ballroom dance.
Isn't
which
that
should be fun.
fantastic?
Exactly, exactly. I hope you wear appropriate gowns.
Oh, yes. It'll be disco for sure.
Well, I
Exactly.
don't know about this one, but...
So you really have covered the gamut of entertainment.
Well, we really want it to be a variety show.
Oh, God.
So, and hopefully this year, last year it went really well as a variety show. Hopefully this year it'll go the same.
Well, thanks a lot for talking to us.
Well, girls, it's been a pleasure.
Would you like to blow a big drag queen kiss to
Oh,
our
I
cable
would,
audience?
I would.
1, 2, 3. Mwah! Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. 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 Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, ladies. I love it.
You'll be on TV.
Non, allez là, t'es perdu. Il est parti là-bas. Il est parti là-bas.
Remember, our email address address is offmydress.
Oh, sure, just start without.
AOL.com. You can email Dottie or myself.
Really bad.
What?
What did you do this?
She blames me for everything. You need to take responsibility for the way your life is. You've got to find Jesus. You've got to get rid of those demons that dress you up in the morning. You look like the whole Babylon.
Praise the Lord! Praise the Lord!
He's got the itty bitty baby. In his hands, he's got the itty bitty baby. In his hands, he's got the itty bitty baby. In his hands, he's got the whole world. In his hands, he's got the.
Oh, gracious!
You and me, drag queen. In his hands, he's got you and me, drag queen. In his hands, he's got you and me, drag queen. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands. Woo! High five. Sorry. My muff went across the stage. Whoop.
Look, I'm gonna cry!
Did you paint that on? A few deep breaths.
Can I do that in bravado?
And welcome everybody to another edition of Drag Queen 101. I'm Margot from Fargo with the lovely Miss Ashley Rooks, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, Ashley.
You're very welcome.
It's such a treat to have you here.
Thank you.
I hear you're involved again.
I guess I am.
That's right, everybody.
Seem to be.
She's involved with Gay Pride once again. Your actual title is?
I produce the parade. I'm the parade director.
Isn't that fantastic? That, you know, I know that you happen to be the director of Gay Pride. Is that right?
Just the parade director.
The parade director. Excellent. And a very special person. That's so true, because I understand that there's a lot involved with Gay Pride. Is that right?
Well, actually, there are, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 of us, each doing a separate area of the festival. Yeah, it's a big job of putting on a 2-day festival for 100,000 people.
Oh,
You
my
bet.
gosh. When did you start planning for this year's Gay Pride?
Almost immediately after last year's Gay Pride. We tend to take a week off after the festival, and everyone rests, and we begin right after the 4th of July, working on this year's festival.
Right after the 4th of July,
Yep,
for June of the following year.
afraid so.
What's all involved with putting on a parade in this town?
Beginning actually, early in the winter, beginning to visualize a parade route, which is really pretty important, and everything that goes with that, that is how to effectively assemble that many people in one place, and in order to begin a parade that size, and once the parade is over, how to disperse in an orderly fashion for that many people. And that can be a real mess if it's not done properly.
What are the limitations to a parade route? I mean, can you just run a parade to the Mall of America? I mean, what do you have to go through?
If only. As you might imagine, with so many other things that we do, the government is watching us pretty closely, and they keep a firm hand on it. And of course, I'm in a position of really communicating with them and following their suggestions pretty closely, because they've got to sign off on our permit that allows us to do it in the first place. I guess that I could offer some discussion concerning that, but if you want to follow the rules, we get permits, we don't cause any trouble, and we do things by the governmental book. But if I want permit for the parade, yeah, we all sit down. As a matter of fact, myself and the police department and the public works department We'll be sitting down in 2 days now from this time, beginning to plan really what does and doesn't work for a parade that's as big as this one is becoming.
Wow. So it's really grown?
It really has. When we started doing this parade 6 years ago, it was 17 units long. It's now somewhere just over 250. It's bigger than both the Aquatennial parades
Is that
put
right?
together.
Excellent.
I think so too.
If somebody viewing this cable show would like to volunteer, how could they do that? Is there a number they could call, or?
There are a couple ways of doing that. Anyone can call me really at any time at my home office. Not only am I in the phone book, but the number there is 871-8783.
Oh, one more time?
871-8783.
Okay.
We also, the entire festival, has a website
Oh.
at tcpride.com.
tcpride.com.
Exactly.
Okay.
If they dial that up, they'll see things about the entire festival. And of course, the parade section of our website is wonderful. They can send me email from there if they want to, if they're into it.
Excellent.
I'd love to get it.
Send your email to Ashley Rooks at
Email me.
tcpride.com. Email Ashley. Say, tell me, now where is the parade going? I mean, where's the festivities going to be this year?
The festival itself will be in Loring Park.
Back in
We're
Loring
back
Park,
in Loring
huh?
Park.
Okay.
Over the past summer, of course, we couldn't be in the park. They've redone the whole thing.
Right.
And it should be quite nice. The parade will be running through downtown,
Okay.
again, part of downtown, and ending up at Loring Park. And it's really going to be fun.
Excellent. Excellent. If someone would like to put their car or float in the parade, how can they do something like that? What do they need to do?
Same thing if you want a float in the parade, or if you just want a date, call me up.
Woo!
And the floats actually this year, rather than a $40 fee,
Uh-huh.
a registration fee for everyone else, the parade is trying to give a $10 subsidy this year to help people build floats. So the cost to register a float is $30,
Oh, wow.
hoping that that $10 will buy some crepe paper
And they do cost a
and
lot
a
of
couple
money.
balloons.
And a couple balloons.
Floats aren't cheap. You can spend $300, $400, $500 before you know what you're doing. You're lost in Dayton's with a credit card. It's just as bad.
It's true. And yet they really do make the parade. Actually, the people make the parade, but if you can make it a little easier, which you have this year, by cutting the cost, I think it's going to be a darn good parade.
That'll help. There are already people registering to have floats that have always just marched in the
Oh,
past.
they've already started.
Kids love floats.
Oh, I know.
People that watch the parade love floats. The only thing I'm still missing are clowns in the parade.
Oh, okay.
And I think when I retire from doing this business, the first thing I'm going to do is go to clown college.
Good for you.
I already know my name. I'm beginning to plan already.
Ah,
It'll be a riot.
can we pry that out of you, or do we have to stay tuned
What,
for your
my
clown name?
I fully intend, now this is 6 or 7 years hence.
Yes.
By the time I obtain a degree from Clown College, get my act together, get my costume
So to
together,
speak.
but I know that my name will be Krusty the Clown.
Krusty the Clown.
Krusty.
Stay tuned to see Krusty.
I can hardly, oh, I can wait. The parade is just so much fun.
Gosh. What is the best part for you of putting on the parade? What's the most rewarding?
It's really an effect that the entire thing gives me. It is almost, we were talking earlier, is there anything spiritual to it? It starts to get me about this time of year in March, when spring hits, and I start planning for it, and we get excited. I begin to feel the strength, the power in the diversity and the fun of our entire community. All the people that I meet, people that wear suits and ties during the day, people that wear sequin gowns at noon. I mean, we're everywhere. There's so many types of people involved, and it's so uplifting to me. I get energized, and just, I get so excited. It almost has an effect on me that's drug-like. I love it.
Excellent, and you're just the person to do it. There is, I'm sure, a difficult part on putting on a parade. What's the most difficult part?
I don't know if one part is more difficult than the other. I think that as April and May and June go on, especially in May and June, when I spend 45 or 50 hours a week organizing the whole thing, yeah, that's a little tedious. 6 hours a day on the phone is a little tedious. All the confusion in rock and roll at the parade day itself is a little tedious. Sure, it's a job, but after the whole thing is done, I find myself already looking forward to doing it again.
Let's do it again.
It's masochistic. I don't know what it is.
Ashley being masochistic.
It's something nuts.
You did mention if you just want a date, give me a call. How is your love life going? What, are you single? Are you married? Are you dating? Are you what's up with Ashley?
My love life is really bogus. It seems as though most lesbian individuals don't carry on too much with transsexuals.
Oh,
I
okay.
was told by psychologists I was dealing with in transsexual therapy many years ago.
Right.
After taking tests, they seemed to say, well, yes, you probably are lesbian individuals psychologically, but it might be unfortunate. And it's turned out, I've always tried to be optimistic,
Sure.
but I'm pretty used to being kind of on my own. I don't foresee meeting the love of my life sometime soon, but who knows?
That's right. When you least expect it, that's what I always hear.
I hope so.
Well, good
Oh,
luck to you.
anytime.
And it was a real treat to have you on our show. Thank
Thanks
you
a
for
lot.
sharing, well, all of gay pride theory, motivation, and all the involvement with our cable audience.
Some of it anyway.
Now, the best part of gay pride I've always found is that you don't even have to be gay to be there. Is that
Oh,
right?
not at all.
So
Not
we
at all.
invite everybody, and I
Not
think
at
that's
all.
the heartwarming part of all
Children
of this.
have a riot. I've noticed that 5, 6, 4, 7-year-old kids, especially when they see, the drag queens dressed up in all sorts of explosive, shiny finery, they love it.
They do.
It's the closest, no, I won't say that.
The closest thing to being crusty?
The closest thing to
You watch yourself.
The closest thing
It's true.
to clowns and spectacle that we have in the parade when you're 4 years old.
Absolutely.
I mean, fun is fun.
We add a lot, don't we?
Fun is fun.
Well,
I think so.
You ready for a big drag queen kiss to our cable audience?
Absolutely.
Let's blow a big one. 1, 2, 3. Mwah.
Ah,
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. 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 Thank you for being on our show, Ashley.
of course.
Thank you so much. It's a treat to be here with you.
Are you tired of feeling trapped with no sense of belonging? Do you feel peer pressure from Christian Coalition to make you someone you're not? Are you tired of people telling you you're going to hell for being who you are? Are you tired of religious fanatics banging on your door early in the morning? Just remember, you have the power. You are special. You can change.
My lips, they belong to you. But teach me first, teach me what to do. Touch me, tiger, when I'm close to you. Wah, 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 wah. Help me, tiger, I don't know what to do.
Well,
Dot, Trix is so fun. Haven't you just enjoyed this afternoon?
I've been having such a good time.
You know, one thing that's been bothering me is, I know I'm drunk again. And not only that, I forgot all the details about Capital City Pride. Do you know when it is? I forgot.
You're always such a ditch. Well, ditch. Anyway, it works. Anyway,
I called you a
I say
witch.
we ask Mr. and Mrs. Capital City Pride because they're right behind us.
They're right behind us? Oh my, look. Well, hi. I'm Margot from Fargo. And you are?
Sean Gavir.
Sean Gavir.
And Danielle Charbonneau.
Ooh, catch her, girl.
And I don't need to introduce myself because I know everybody knows me, but I'm Dottie.
Yay! Trix is just a fabulous place. Can you tell us about Capital City Pride?
Yeah.
Number one. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Give a drag queen a microphone and well. Say, when is it? Because that's the number one question for myself. When is Capital City Pride this year? Oh my goodness.
We've just been mooned.
Yay! One big wow for the moon. Wow!
Oh my God.
Thank you, Tony and Bruce.
Mooned by Tony and Bruce. Fabulous. Here at
Tony
Trix.
Rossi, one of the owners, just mooned us.
Well, one more reason to come here.
That's
She
right.
has a really cute butt though, didn't you think?
I noticed. I would give it a 10 out of 10. What about you, Dot?
12 for me, honey.
A 12 for you? Okay.
But I have to feel it to get any higher.
This is better than those Winter Olympics. So when was the Pride again? I'm sorry, the Capital City. Is it Capital City Pride?
Capital City Pride.
Okay, it is Capital City Pride.
Yes, it is.
What are those dates this year?
June 20th, Saturday, June 20th.
Saturday, June 20th. And was that where?
Mears Park,
Mears Park.
right
Now,
downtown.
Downtown.
Downtown St. Paul.
Fabulous. Easy to get to. Yeah, I heard it was just grand last year.
Yes, it was.
Yes, and it outshined the other celebrations, I heard. That it was so terrific, and it was a lot of fun, and it had, well, can you tell us about that? I missed it. I was studying myself, but
You were studying yourself?
I was studying myself to get this artistic look that you now see before you. No, I'm retaking it. But anyway, enough about me. Tell us about last year. And I understand you are, what are your titles?
well,
the girl in yellow.
That would be Mr. and Miss Capital City Pride 1997.
Mr. and Miss Capital City Pride 1997. Aren't they fabulous? Yay! One big wow from
Our
Mr. and
audience.
Miss Capital City Pride. Wow! How fabulous! So tell us about the 97 celebration.
It was a lot of fun. We didn't know what to expect through our first year. We had a lot of great energy on our committee, and that overflowed into this year. We have even more energy. Great acts coming up this year. We had a lot of local talent last year. Amy and Freddie came in from Chicago, and if you haven't seen them...
Amy and Freddie from Chicago.
Yeah, and they're going to be here this year also.
What a treat. So if you've all seen them, come back and see them, catch them. They're terrific. If you haven't, well, I know I'll be there.
And we have the coup d'etat this year thanks to Mr. Bruce Lehman over there.
Yay! Yay!
Our fabulous, extraordinary performer that's coming in from, I think she's coming in from Hollywood by that time, but Jennifer
Holiday
will be here.
My goodness, Jennifer Holliday, the Dream Girl.
She is fabulous.
My God, she's world renowned. Just like myself, I can understand that. You go, girl.
Price of fame, you know. Just keeps you busy.
Speaking of keeping you busy, how is it going this year for you?
Well, have made a number of appearances early last fall and then the summer, obviously during the event itself. For the year, I've been doing a lot of other things, working with the Imperial Seven Court of the Ice Castles in Minneapolis, now the Princess Royale, and doing a lot of benefit fundraising. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, fantastic. And you look flawless. Yeah, I really admire that about this crew, how they can give for other purposes, you know? We are beautiful.
Yes. We are us after all.
We are us after all.
Wanting to be us after all.
But along with that, we can help others. And I find that really heartwarming.
Absolutely. It's one of the greatest causes that we drag queens can do for everybody else, is be fabulous just because they want to be us.
What's the toughest part about putting on Capital City Pride?
think the initial thing with putting on Capital City Pride was just how the community would see us. At first, we had a lot of, how would you say, Danielle?
It seemed to be a lot of conflict between St. Paul and Minneapolis in that they were thinking it was a subdivision or a division of the event itself, and actually it was just, it's getting so big, let's just have one in St. Paul too, and we'll just make it a week-long affair. And from approaching it in that aspect, it made everybody feel welcome and warm and all that good fuzzy stuff. You know about good fuzzy stuff, don't you, Dottie?
Absolutely.
She's with me right now.
I can have it right now.
But I think the reception this year, after we had a successful year last year, and the onset of Jennifer Holliday coming, and the wonderful entertainment, and the great crew that we have working with us this year, it's going to be. I mean, we anticipate it to double this year with attendance, and that little park just gets full really quick. And the City of St. Paul welcomed us back with open arms. They loved us.
Isn't that exciting? Because I'm sure that was kind of tenuous. No one really knew, right?
Right. And then we, even though we don't have the support of. The support of our mayor behind us. She just wanted to touch
I'm so
it.
used to deep throating something like this. But anyway, the support of the mayor of St. Paul.
Right, Norm Coleman. He
really?
No, he doesn't.
Fantastic.
No, he isn't supporting.
Oh, he's not.
He did not sign our proclamation last year.
What?
No, he didn't.
He's just not into it.
He
No,
wants
he's
to
not
bring
into it.
pride back to St. Paul, but it's just not, it seems, willing to accept the diversity of his entire constituency that he has here in St. Paul.
He said that he wanted to bring pride back to St. Paul, but it's always been here.
He never left.
Well, if you ask me, he's a pig.
Thank you, Dottie, for that comment. Comments by Dottie. And the best part of putting on Capital City Pride
is just getting out there and seeing a bunch of people coming and have a wonderful time. After all the fundraising that you do for the year and the hard work that you do for the organization and the committees and all the different wonderful charities that are out there, to see people coming from all walks of life, basically, families and male couples, male-female couples, female-female couples, everything going on. It's
Wonderful.
Extraordinary to see. It's just lovely.
Last year we had such a quite a diverse group. I mean, we had families, just complete families there, just having fun during the day. We had carnival rides, and this year we're not doing the carnival rides, so we can have 2 stages this year.
Woo!
Yes, a lot more entertainment. In fact, Trix and Motor Group purchased a car, a 93 Capri convertible, beautiful little car, and they're going to be raffling that off at the festival. So that's more incentive.
One more reason to
See,
come down.
convertible, you 2 girls in a green convertible.
That's it.
And, we are, like I said, I can't say enough about the group of people we're working with this year.
There's the car.
Donated all their time. Yeah, let's see the picture of the car.
My goodness, we've got
see
a
the
photo
picture
of the car right here.
My. Isn't that nice?
Can we zoom in?
Now you just need like
Close up.
superimposed picture of these 2.
Oh, that's it. I can see myself in this vehicle. This is fabulous. You need to be in this car. Come to Capital City Pride.
Yes. June 20th.
And this car may be yours.
Yes.
Well, I
But I
need
get
to
first
study the
dibs.
security system.
It's going to be on the turntable, darling.
God, this is fabulous.
She's going to jump on the turntable, I bet.
If I get the chance.
Spin me right round, baby. Okay.
So what are your pet projects for this year?
My projects for this year?
Well, pet projects,
Pet projects.
things you'd like to achieve with this year's.
We are always fundraising. That's our main goal. Getting the word out to our community in St. Paul, Minneapolis, as well as the surrounding communities, saying that we're here, we are Pride, and we want to celebrate with everyone. We're not just sticking in St. Paul. We're going all around. Danielle and I like to do a lot of fundraising. In fact, we're going to Des Moines, Iowa, May 30th. We're going to be performing for a benefit for breast cancer.
Something that I have to worry about. One of the other charities that we work for is District 202. We'd like to focus on the youth and educating youth and
They're grand marshals this year.
making sure that they are able to come out no matter what age you are and support them in their coming out processes like we had to when we were coming out, just as a kind of a mentorship. They're a great group of kids.
Yes, they are, and they're talented. You should see her dance. They can still dance circles around this old girl.
Oh, yes, definitely. These days,
I'm
this
in
old
trouble.
girl.
I'm in trouble.
Old girl.
Well, she looks young to me.
You had
This young
hair
girl.
and you're a Okay.
Well, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you letting us come down and bother you.
No bother.
Our
Especially
pleasure.
her.
Our pleasure.
I'm surprised they let her in most doors. As long as they can fit in anyway. Thank you so much. And want to give our audience a big drag queen kiss? Bye. Enjoy Capital City Pride.
You're a Capital City Pride. Do you like my car?
Love your car.
You have to say something.